Hello, hello. Hey there, YouTube, Slasher Chicks and Slasher Dudes. My name's Alicia, and this is Slasher Chick TV. And we like to talk about growth mindset and negotiation strategies. So you never have to choose between this or that. You can always say yes to this slash that. And today is my 77th consecutive day of going live for at least 30 minutes about the different topics that I like to talk about on my channel. On Mondays, we talk about Money Move Mondays as I share the things I'm learning along my journey as I shift my own relationship with money. On Tuesday, we have Tech Tuesday where we talk about all things tech, like uh, not only tech businesses, but just tech tools that you can use to make your life better and easier and make you simply harder, better, faster, stronger. And today on Wednesdays, we talk Win Win Wednesday. Maybe there's a negotiation out there in pop culture that we can talk about. Because as I said, I like to talk about growth mindset, negotiation strategies. On Thursdays, it's Thrive Thursdays, Freedom Friday, Self Care Saturday, and Sunday. We do our VIP reset to start it all over again, at least for this 90-day journey. And right now, I am trying to make this like I'm sure you could hear that, make this a win-win by actually doing my live stream as I drive back home because my plans for the day have been thwarted. Now, if you've been in my previous live, I guess it was maybe about 60 days ago. I'd have to go back and look and see. But it wasn't that long ago where I got my hair braided and my plans were thwarted that day as well. Because the braiding salon that I go to, you really do need to show up there around 5:30 or 6 a.m. because it's walk-in only, and that's the best way to get in and get out. And I knew that. I know that. And there has been numerous times where I think to myself, well, it's going to go the way I want it to go. There's not going to be a bunch of people there, and it's just going to be smooth and blah, blah, blah. And I knew today was a Juneteenth. It's Juneteenth. It's a federal holiday, okay? Now, does that mean that every company is closed? No. But my company's been closed on for Juneteenth since 2020. Um, Before it became a federal holiday, I believe, because I don't believe it became a federal holiday until 2021. Um, so I knew there'd probably be more people there than normal, but I took the risk. And I got there at 8 o'clock after they'd open at 5:30. So 2.5 hours after they'd open, and I was customer number 86. So they already told me that it would take at least 3 hours before they got to me on the list, which would not be a problem if I didn't have other obligations later today that I just can't guarantee I will get out of the braiding salon in enough time to go to my other meetings. And I also wanted to record today as I continue along this YouTube journey. I'm doing a series on how fast I can monetize in the 12 weeks, which requires me to actually produce other content beyond the live streams, which I really need to differentiate the live streams between this like podcast type format and a more live stream type format. But at any rate, I had hoped to record today, and getting my hair done was one step of that process. But that's just not possible today. So, fro it is. I will be wearing my fro today uh, and recording that way, which I love my fro. So, that's not a problem. It's just not what I had planned. And so now I'm just a little bit off my kilter. So I thought, all right, well, I can make this a win-win by actually doing my live stream now and getting that out of the way so I can check off day 70 of the 90 consecutive days of live streaming. Now, I noticed this morning when I was driving the first time, there's a lot of streets blocked off here in Philadelphia, and I don't know for what. And I mean, to my knowledge, there's no Juneteenth festival that we're going to start having. So I don't think it's that. Uh, but I hate it when I don't know what are the like big events that are going to be in the city, because then I don't know what to avoid, um, like where not to go, and it is what it is. At any rate, the Lantern Festival is about to start. I'm really looking forward to just the summer and doing all of the bucket list things that I haven't been doing. There is a new skating rink outside of City Hall, and if you know from my previous lives, I got new skates, so I want to go out there. And if you seen my video on reinvent your well, basically it's like 4 weeks to reinvention so you can make this the best summer yet. I have had the best summers these last 2 years by one of the major things I think that helped me was theming my summer and then doing things around the theme. And my first summer of delusion was lots of fun. I started to learn to swim. Started to learn Spanish. Now, last year was my inner child summer camp, and that was also really fun. It really kicked off my solo travel journey as well. And this year, my summer theme is catalytic converter. I want this to be a summer of what's the word I'm looking for? Wow, wow. I can't even describe what this truck just did in front of me. But what I can say is I need to live stream every time I'm in the car, because that will really help with my road rage. Because if I had not been on live, I would have called that person everything but a child of God. That's just true. That's just the honest to goodness truth. Um, Dag it. I knew this was a possibility. This was going to happen. My gas light just came on. So now I have to go to the gas station too. This is also going to mess up my live stream. Since I'm out and about, I might as well end up at the dollar store. I'm about to stream from there. But first, we're going to have to go get gas. This is a go with the flow type of day. So maybe all my streams are going to end up being a spend the day with me, and I come back on as I go do things, because nothing is going as I planned this morning. And, I think it's really pointing out, well, ma'am, you didn't really plan all that well, apparently, because there was no, well, I knew there was a possibility that the gas light would have come on, but I knew I was also going to have to go back out, so I wasn't really that worried about it. But now, here we are, and the light's on, and we're not going to be able to pretend like it's not. We have to go straight from where we are right now to the gas station. And so we shall. I'm going to drive along the waterfront here and enjoy the view. Oh my goodness. Okay, is that? Wow. All right. Now, that time, that was not about my road rage. That was a parent riding their child on the back of a bike with no restraints and no helmet. Yet the parent had a helmet on. Like, what? Where do they do that at? But, as I say, not my monkey, not my show. Oh my gosh, Cherry Street Pier looks so cool. That's also on my summer bucket list, is to go to the Cherry Street Pier. I really, really enjoy my city, and have a goal this summer to visit my city like a tourist. If you've never been to Philadelphia, I highly, highly recommend visiting Philadelphia in the summer months, because we have wonderful things along the waterfront, like Spruce Harbor Park, Cherry Street Pier that I just mentioned. Just Penn's Landing in general usually has like some sort of summer festival type thing. Um, Now, oh wow, they tore that bridge down. Okay, I don't know about the place where they normally have the Ferris wheel for the summer. It looks like they're renovating that area, so I don't know where it's going to be this year. But there's stuff to do along the water. Okay, uh, just trust me on that one. You'll enjoy it. even if you don't enjoy the Philadelphia side, if you go right on the other side of the water to Camden, there's the Jersey Aquarium and the what is the name of that venue? There's a nice concert venue over there. I cannot remember the name of it right now because it's changed names so many times. Like, it started out as the Tweeter Center. God, who owns the naming rights to that place now? I don't remember. If you could look up music venue at Camden Waterfront, and that'll get you in the right place. Okay. Um, but yeah, right now I'm actually driving by a pretty cool restaurant that you might like to try. Actually, two cool restaurants, but the Moshulu and Chart House. Chart House is more of like, a sit down restaurant, but Moshulu, I don't know if they actually still have it as just a restaurant that you can go to, but they have a lot of parties on it, and it's like a pirate ship looking event. Um, but I really recommend Chart House and its view. And you can also take cruises along the river on the Delaware River Cruise. If you look that up, that's also what you would find. So definitely lots of things to do as a tourist here in Philadelphia. And one of the things I intend to do when I visit my city as a tourist is one of those like hop on, hop off tourist buses, because they have a lot of historical locations here in Philadelphia. Because if you do not know, Philadelphia was the United States' first capital before it became Washington, D.C. I don't even think we were the United States technically at that time. I think we were just like colonies or something or another. So there's a lot of, history here, from our city hall to the Constitution Center to um, what else? The Liberty Bell, Betsy Ross House. Lots of underground railroad spots to visit in the area. Um, and then there's cool places right outside the city that have a more suburban bed and breakfast type small town feel of New Hope. Um, now, and then there's almost also simultaneously, like, I'm driving down what is very much a main road. It's not quite a highway, but it's a main artery, known as it's I'm like, it's called Columbus Boulevard. But that's one way you'll know if people are from here or not, because people that are from here will call this Delaware Ave. I don't even remember when they changed the name to Columbus Boulevard, and maybe it never was legitimately Delaware Ave. I just know it as Delaware Ave. I don't. So, but the thing I was going to name about the city is, like, yeah, you have all those really cool tourist things and all those historic things juxtaposed against, even as I ride down this main road, there's people in the middle of it panhandling. And they don't, they're not just homeless, or they could be housing, what's the word that you're supposed to use? They could be housing unstable, but also Philadelphia is known for its meth addiction, and being an area that has this like zombie town known as Kensington, and it's not hard for the evidence of those addictions and the evidence of said zombie town to leave that area of the city, especially with the number, even in Center City, of methadone clinics that are around. So, you can't, if you're visiting Philadelphia, you can't be surprised by someone who is literally bent over and appearing like they are in the midst of a seizure. No, they're just high. Or The worst one, I think, is when people are they're just laying on the ground, um, and appear to no longer be moving because that's how high they are. Um, and you don't know, yeah, is this person alive or dead? And, being a city dweller and having to develop the level of empathy blindness that is required to survive in a city is disheartening. It is definitely disheartening. Like, I often feel, bad about that, particularly when I see like tourists walking around and they see something like that and they're looking. I'm sorry, I hate to laugh about this, but this is because they're looking around and they're like, "Is anybody gonna help this person?" Like they're like, "Is everything okay?" And I'm like, "Bruh, it's Wednesday and he's here every single day at 5 o'clock, like clockwork, passed out in that spot. Don't worry about it." That's what I'm thinking in my head. But I'm not talking to these tourists either. I'm gonna keep it moving because that's what you do in the city. I don't know how else to describe it. Like minding your own business is what keeps you safe. So that's what I do. At any rate, we're here at the gas station now, and one thing that's different about Philadelphia versus, say, New Jersey is I have to pump my own gas here, and in New Jersey, I don't have to do those types of. So that's what. Oops, sorry that you had to do that. That's what we're gonna get out and do now. But I appreciate that I'm able to keep you with me right now by just. I mean, now it's probably gotten really loud, but by just taking the phone and getting ready to pump my gas. So I don't have to end my live stream and ship failed to read. I have to go pay inside. Well, you told me to remove it the first time. Okay, sorry. I'm arguing with this machine, and I don't know why, because obviously I failed to read the instructions. That's why this went down today. Ooh, I can get a car wash today, too? Oh my God, literally everybody and their mom's getting a car wash, though. So, no, we will not be doing that right now. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. Oh, okay, I just got gas all over the outside of my car as well. I need a car wash, but I need a full detail. So part of me is like, yeah, you just do that. They have this new car wash here. It's like one of those like membership car washes that you can just go every. Well, actually, I don't know how it works, but what I do know is that they have a whole bay uh, that you can go under the thing to clean your car um, after it's been washed. I do not try to clean my own car at the car wash. It's because that's not my area of expertise. So I love going to some place that someone else is going to clean out the rest of my car and fully detail it because that's their expertise, and I will pay for that with no problem. But I don't need a membership to one of those places where you can go every month. But my stepdad, on the other hand, loves washing his own car. He's not cleaning the inside himself. Never doing that. He's got to go get it detailed. But the washing the outside and waxing it, I don't know if it's um, you know what? I think I realized it's his biggest toy. So he loves to take good care of it. Now, this is also someone who just loves cars. Like he loves model cars, all things cars. So it probably shouldn't surprise me either that he wants to take care of every car that he has. This is the leakiest gas pump I think I've ever seen. Like, it's just leaking everywhere. Oop, there was almost an accident in the parking lot here. Um, but I like your receipt. Yes, I'll take your receipt because none of this was planned. So I want to remember. All right, so we're back in business. We're back in business. We're back on the road. Well, we're about to be. Um, Part of me wants to stop in this Wawa, but another part of me knows I have no business in this Wawa right now. But we have a full tank, and in case you were wondering, I drive a Jeep Compass. Okay, and filling up my tank in Philadelphia, yeah, you can't. Like, are you going to use a Signal or a Light at all? Um, just cost me $49.50, and that is to fill up the tank. So, in case you're wondering, well, how much is gas up there? That's how much gas is. Now I am also first acknowledge that I don't pay any attention to gas prices because my logic is, well, I need the gas, so what does it matter? So I don't generally um, gas shop to see, well, what's the closest, how much is the closest gas station or anything like that. I generally look at how many miles do I have before I have to get to the gas station. That's kind of how I look at it. And oh, they're putting a new thrift store there. Another thing you may not know about me is that I love to thrift. And so when I can find a new thrift store, I'm like, ooh, this is going to be interesting. Now, I think the better the thrift store also depends on its location. For example, if you go to a thrift store that's near a, a relatively affluent area, you're going to find more stuff that is of a better quality to be thrifted. So, for example, I prefer to go thrifting in the suburbs as opposed to in Philadelphia City. I like to go out to the more mainline suburbs that have like perhaps a Goodwill near it, etc. Because then that's the place where I find that somebody thrifted like all their Lily Pulitzer dresses. Not, I'm not gonna find that at. I'm not likely gonna find that at the Goodwill in South Philly. Just not. Uh, so you gotta know those things though about. There's a method to the thrift store process. Um, some thrift stores, for example, are better than others if you are someone who likes to upcycle furniture and you want to find things like that. Then you got to know, well, what are the thrift stores that I go to do that? Oh my goodness, I just realized I am by my one of my favorite places for breakfast, Chick-fil-A. So let's do that. And then I'll go to the dollar store. Now, by the time I get out of the Chick-fil-A drive-thru, I should have been at the 30 minutes of live streaming and can check off day 77. It is warm. Also, the high today in Philadelphia is 91 degrees. Um, and I think it's apropos to be warm on Juneteenth. It's a day of celebration. So why shouldn't it be nice and warm? All right, so here we are. Peach milkshake season, yes. Oh, but it's still breakfast time, so I think I'm gonna have to order breakfast. I would put y'all on mute, but for what? You're spending the day with me. So you can get this Chick-fil-A order too. I love the chicken minis from Chick-fil-A for breakfast. If you've never had them, they are the best, like chicken biscuit. I got disconnected from it. Okay, that's my bad. I got disconnected. I'm reconnected now. I don't know what I did. I know what I did. I tried to do the most, and I tried to go into another app instead of realizing the limitations. Sorry, we're gonna have to hear this order in front of me. Chick-fil-A is the most patient staff ever. Because the lady in front of me is like making the strangest order. She's like, "Can I get the number one?" No, 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 not number one, just the sandwich. Like, ma'am, just order the sandwich. But the staff is like so amazing. This is why I love Chick-fil-A. I know they have their problematic problems, but I'm not gonna put them. I'm sorry. Ooh, honey. Oh yeah, can I get honey for my biscuits? Wait, I didn't even know Chick-fil-A had honey butter. Did you know Chick-fil-A had honey butter? I'm gonna have to ask about that. Okay, we are pulling up to the drive-thru.
Good morning. Thank you for choosing Chick-fil-A. Johnny speaking. How may I serve you this morning?
Good morning. May I have the number two meal?
Number two meal. And what would we like to drink?
Uh, Coffee, please.
Hot coffee?
Yes, please.
Any cream or sugar?
Yes. Can I just get two creams and like a lot of sugar?
All right. And is there anything else I can get for you?
And an orange juice, please.
Absolutely. So I have the orange juice and then the chicken mini meal with the coffee, cream, extra sugar.
Yes.
12:36. It will be our pleasure to serve you at the window.
Thank you. Like, doesn't that just make you feel like a ball of sunshine already? How could you not want to start that morning talking to someone so chipper and happy? I think the other thing I love about Chick-fil-A is, yeah, the nostalgia of it all. Chick-fil-A's literally been in my life my entire life. Um, like I remember.
12:36.
Good morning.
Any ketchup or sauces?
No, I'm good, thank you. Your nails look nice. You're welcome.
Here's your card and receipt.
Thank you.
Here's your food. 1 second on your time.
Thank you. Um,
Here's your coffee, your cream and sugar. 1 second on your orange juice, baby.
Thank you. Now, somehow, I don't know how Chick-fil-A manages to do this. They never give me coffee that's about to spill. Meanwhile, I just spilled the other coffee. See?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. You didn't give me coffee that was spilled. It was the Starbucks from earlier. And I was just saying how Chick-fil-A never does that. Starbucks always. Thank you. Have a good day. while I'm here, I'm going to throw this out. Okay. But how lovely is that, okay? What a Chick-fil-A thing. That I didn't even spill the coffee she gave me. It was the coffee I got from some other store. And she still asked, "Are you okay?" Freaking love Starbucks. I mean, Chick-fil-A. But now we're through the Chick-fil-A drive-through. And we are going to head out to the dollar store. I've been taking you along all of my journeys, and one of the other journeys I am on as a part of this prep for my catalytic converter summer is to remove anything unnecessary, and that includes any like clutter in my home, etc., and to reorganize. And so I hear they have some pretty cool new like clear organization type things at the Dollar Tree. Well, I'll tell you more about them once I maybe get them, but let's just see how this goes. Oh, I want to park in the shade because I am all for, there is no shade right there, so that does not serve its purpose. What time does this store even open? So I might be one of those people. Oh, they opened at 8 a.m. But anyway, I'm all for saving money where I can. And so if I can find things that are normally going to be $20, right, but they're $1.25, I'm going to get them. So that's why we're here at the dollar store. I'll keep you posted. Maybe on my Spend the Day With Me live later, I can show you a haul. But for now, I'm going to finish my breakfast here and then head on into the dollar store. I'll talk to you later.